I'm going to be talking today and touching a little bit on the people side of the trends that we're seeing into 2023. As we all know, people and the FP&A team is the most important element of any function or finance or FP&A or the whole organization, to be honest. And it's very important for us to know that it is very top of mind for all leaders, CFOs as well. There was a recent survey done that 83% of the C-suite are focused in 2023 on hiring and retaining talent. And specifically, it pointed out towards the CFOs are very concerned about hiring and retaining talent. Not only that, they see also that hiring and retaining talent in finance is essential to drive growth, which means for us to drive growth means driving profitability and value back to the business. So as we're going out there trying to hire the right talent to drive value for the business, it's important for us also to think of the other side of the equation and think about what the employees values most about this organization. So it's becoming a formula, and we're all finance people, and we need to balance between finding the value and retaining the right talent, hiring the right talent that will drive value back to the business, but also focus on what those employees and those contributors values most about our organization. Without that, it's not going to fit well, and we will be facing a problem that we've been seeing, that it is very challenging to retain and hire people. Even before the pandemics, even before 2019, we've been seeing it because the job market shift happened so fast and so dynamically due to the pandemic, and expedited it significantly. That said, what we can do is, it's very important for us to embrace the flexible ways of working, to ensure that we are hiring the people and making it for them an enjoyable experience. So it's super important for us to embrace the new ways of working, which will be a hybrid ways of working, embrace the flexibility. In my team, we work across the whole US. We have more remote roles right now than before. And those trends are not novel to 2023. We've seen them happening even before the pandemic, but the pandemic just expedited them significantly. It's also very important for us to create that hybrid model, not only remote, because I grew up professionally and learned my job through the human connectivity, through looking over the shoulders of my peers, seniors, managers. So it's very important to provide those moments where the team can come together as a whole and understand a little bit more about their jobs and how can they do their jobs so they can develop and feel that sense of community and in-person connections. So very important for us is how can we add value to the business, but also how to focus on what the employees values most about the business. As I move to the next trend that I'm seeing, which is the roles transformation. And over here, we'll see what we're calling the FP&A, and we can thank our friends at Gartner for coining that term for us. And what I wanted to say is the trend that I'm seeing happening, and again, it's not novel to 23, it happened even before that, is that there will be no more F in FP&A. Let me pause here just for a second to make sure that it sinks. What I mean is it's not going to be not finance function, it's continuing to be a finance function. FP&A stands for the extended planning and analysis process. But what I like to look at it, it's more of a cross-functional ways of working. And we are seeing, enabled due to the integrated business models, the technologies, and the connectivity between teams, that it's going to be an integrated ways of working between several functions within the organization, whether it's finance, sales, supply chain is at the core of it, marketing, as well as so many different functions across the business. So there will be no more FP&A owning the planning and analysis, communicating it to the C-suite and the board of directors only, but it will be a cross-functional activity where the majority of the functions within an organization owning and delivering on that plan. To enable this, there will be new roles that are emerging, and we will have to make way for the new professional within the FP&A. There are specific roles that will be emerging during that time, and we have a lot of details for them on our FP&A Trends group as well, if you want to go in more details. But some of those roles will be what we're calling an architect, an analyst. And those are people who understand databases, for instance, and for the architect case, they understand how to build databases, how to connect them between the different systems and programs that are in the organizations. Data scientists as well, how to build those data lakes and connect them. Analyst is the person who understands the trends, can be able to put the charts together and understand what needs to be collated together to tell something, so the storyteller can take it forward to the business. An influencer is a person who will be able to put all of these together in front of the decision makers to be able and enable them to do a decision and influence their decision making. Those specialized skills and specialized roles we're going to see emerging more and more in subsegments within the FP&A team. Obviously, we know that not all organizations will be able to hire 5 different talent profiles in every single FP&A role. And this is what is making way for what we're calling a T-shaped talent profile. A T-shaped talent profile is someone who knows very well one of those aspects and very strong in it, but also knows enough to be dangerous in the other areas. So as an example, a storyteller and an influencer can be super strong in those 2 skill sets, but at the same time, they know enough about data science or architect or maybe some coding, so they are able to do something with it or communicate with their peers who are supporting them from a data lakes and whatnot to deliver a full end-to-end understanding back to the business. So in summary, it's very important for us to focus on what we're offering as an organization to the potential employees, to make sure that we are offering them what they value most about this organization, to make them, to hire them in the first place and to retain them. And the second piece is to focus on the emergence of the new trends, the cross-functional planning, as well as the new talent profiles that we should go after and hire in our FP&A. That's it. Thank you so much.